Hello you guys, and welcome back to another Vivian Tries. So you're gonna get a manual, you're gonna get an actual recipe book. This is what I'm talking about. Pictures and everything. Ooh, wow, this stuff is very well made. Wow, very well made. This is not a cheap product at all. Look at the bottom of that. It has this piece here, which they're saying this is a diffuser that attaches to this basket. And it has the little handles on the side. That's huge. It says it holds a maximum of 18 cups. So this basket always has to sit in here. This one doesn't, depending on what you're using it for. Look at the inside of that. Is that not awesome? That's how you crisp up stuff. It's locked into place. Right now, it is a pressure cooker. You turn it. Bam! There is 2 cups of water. I'm gonna place the 1 pound of carrots on the actual tray. Because we are steaming these guys, we will need the pressure lid on it. No temperature adjustment is needed. Set the time in minutes and hit start. Ooh, I can smell it now. Let me see. This thing is silent. Once it's finished cooking, if you're not ready to serve it yet, you can set it to the button that says keep warm, and it's gonna, I'm in love. When the steaming of your food is complete, unit will switch to keep warm and count up to tell you how long it's been under the keep warm mode. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. It's open. They smell like freshly cooked carrots. Duh, what else are they gonna smell like? Perfection. It was perfect. Oh my God. The first one was easy. It was just steamed carrots. As we move on, they're gonna get a little harder and harder to please. 12 hard-boiled eggs in 4, you heard that right, 4 minutes. Half a cup of hot water, my little rack, 12 eggs. It's already on high. It's done. It's open. What? Guys, a dozen eggs in 4 minutes. Perfectly boiled eggs. Okay, I'm in love. The machine is product of the year. My little chicken is nice and tucked in here. You will need some oil, so that once it is pressure cooking and before you start the crisping process, you want to put a little bit of oil on top to help it get nice and crispy. For those of you guys wondering, this is a 4.5 pound chicken. I like all those little beeping noises because I feel a little bit more secure, even though, like I said, don't let your guard down. Always be very careful with the pressure lid. But knowing that I have the little buttons kind of warning me and telling me what I'm doing right and wrong makes me feel a little bit safer with this pressure cooker. To get it nice and crisp. Everywhere, everywhere. Oil up your chicken. Everywhere. Close the lid. Air crisp button. Set for 15 minutes. I forgot the temperature. Let's set the temperature to 400 degrees. Remember, you can open and take a peek as often as you'd like. Don't do it too much because it's gonna slow down the process, but you know what I mean. Did you guys just see what I saw? Oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and cut into it so I can see. You guys, it's perfect. Now the last thing I want to try is this thing. It is a 4-pound pernil. For 4 pounds, cook it for an hour, 30 minutes. Get up off the floor. I know, air crisp. Ta-da! Now to clean, I saw the instructions just said wipe this down. So it seems really easy to clean. And the basket that's in here, you can actually put in the dishwasher if you would like. So it is ready. Yes, ma'am. That is good. Okay, I love the machine. It's replacing my air fryer, my slow cooker. I'm selling my stove. Everything's out of the kitchen. Everything passed with flying colors. Just as advertised, just as promised. I'm gonna give the Ninja Foodi 5 Vivian heads. All right, you guys, so that is it for another Vivian Tries. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next.
So I was just making some stock with my Presto pressure cooker, and I just thought I would cut a quick video. I've used this thing for like 2 or 3 years now, and I just replaced this gasket here. You can get a replacement of the sealing ring and this gasket. I'm still using the same sealing ring because that hasn't leaked at all. Anyway, this guy's great. You fill it halfway, whatever you're doing, and I'd recommend getting a pressure cooker recipe book. Basically, stuff cooks about 4 times as fast. So if it takes an hour in this thing, it'll take about 15 minutes. And I'm just making stock, veggie stock, and I'll show you once it sets up to speed. The only real thing you need to do is just, you can go pressure release on this side, or pressure over here. You got to keep it on pressure. If it's pressurized and you put it on release, this thing will spew whatever you've got in there, your soup or stock or whatever. So it's set on pressure. And then here it is chugging away. You know, it doesn't make too much noise, but you can sort of tap on this if you want to just rattle the top. This is the pressure release valve, and obviously, like I said, you keep it on pressure over here to pressure cook. If you need to do some like emergency steam release, you go this way, but your stuff's going to fly out the top. And it just kind of chugs along here. Once it does start actually rattling, making that sound, I usually turn the heat way down, turn the flame way down, just because it just hardly needs any heat down below in order to do your pressure cooking. And then here I'm just depressurizing it, and I just put it in the sink. You can leave it on your stove top and just let it depressurize naturally, but I tend to just put some cool water on here, And it only takes like about 10, 15 seconds. And what you're looking for is for this safety lock here to come down. So this safety lock is engaged right now because the pressure has engaged the lock, which is an awesome mechanism. And as the cold water cools this guy off, the safety lock is popped down, which means it's ready to be opened. Just pop it open. I can actually do it one-handed. And you'll see I've got my hot steam stock in there.
Food is something that we connect and build friendships through. And we took a look at the marketplace and realized that there are opportunities for us to create an elevated culinary experience. So the Smart Cooker is this magical device. It's a pressure cooker at its heart, but it's a pressure cooker for the future. We've taken all the benefits of pressure cooking, which, stripping down to its barest elements, is trapping steam at a really high temperature to create this tender result in about 70 to 80% less time than conventional methods.
In terms of pressure release, we developed an automatic pressure release where at a push of a button, the pressure will be released and the steam will come out. So the user will not have to go near the button that manually releases the steam.
This is a multifunctional device that can do so much more than just cook. It can bake, can steam, it can sear. The options are almost limitless.
The process starts with, we conduct this design research for a couple months, and we understand most of the people are looking for flexibility. They want to learn more. They want to find that discover moment. Food is really complicated matter. It's not only for surviving. There's something inside every human which pushes us to create that connection with our food.
The most important property that we're trying to achieve is a positive user experience and a flawless guide to the cooking experience. People want to use an app, they want a friendly environment, they want ease of use.
So one of the coolest features about the app is our guided cooking, which enables users to browse through a wide menu of recipes.
Even if you've never been in the kitchen, pick up a Chef IQ product, pair it with the app, and you'll be able to cook whatever you want. I believe with Chef IQ, we're trying to make the process a little bit less intimidating, and that's exactly what guided cooking is. Step-by-step instructions with videos where we're holding your hands all the way through plating, more or less.
The Smart Cooker has some very innovative properties to it. Amongst them is built-in scale. That allows the app and the device to measure how much ingredients is actually put into the pot. So the user will take that unknown out of the equation.
And for the people who want to discover more, we have this calculator.
And the idea behind the calculator is for somebody that already knows how to cook, but they need to know what time or temperature or the cooking parameter that they should set their device to. And the other feature is what we call the Smart Bar. It's a control center where everything that is happening with your hardware, you can keep track of what's going on, how much time you have left, what's the temperature right now, pretty much monitor everything that is going on.
We are testing a lot. Like every step we complete a process, we bring it out and ask the people and get their feedback.
And then that's where we thought that it was very critical to introduce over-the-air updates, which means that we will constantly update the Smart Cooker in order to make it sure that it learns how to do new things.
Although you've already purchased the product, you get that benefit over the lifetime of the product to see those upgrades and take advantage of those upgrades without spending any more money.
In the time frame that we did this project, for a bigger company would certainly be a huge challenge. And for a small company to accomplish what we've done over the last 2 years is simply incredible. Our vision is to create many products that will together form an ecosystem.
It was really important to us that we didn't incorporate technology for technology's sake, and that there was merit to the value that we were bringing forward. And we're very excited to bring Chef IQ to the market and to show off to the world the years of effort that we've put into this project. And we hope that you enjoy it as much as we think you will.
Okay, this is the Ultra. I got a bunch of water in here. It really doesn't matter. Put a few cups in there as much as you want. Put that on, it makes a little musical noise. And then we're gonna come down to the dial here and go up to sterilize. And we're gonna press sterilize, press the button and hit start. Can't do this for the camera. Okay, so now I'm gonna explain something here on this preheating section on the graph. When it gets up here, that means it's preheated and pressurized. And then it's gonna show a cook graph during the 4-minute countdown on the sterilize. And here is the quick release right here button, which is up. Turn it, you know it's up. It's going to take a while for this little button to pop up, and this is the pressure regulator, so you can't build up too much pressure. This would pop up and alleviate pressure if it built up too much pressure. But we don't want to be turning this at all when it's under pressure. And I'll come back when it's in the cook mode. So it just sits here in this preheating mode. It stays to on. So the timer does not start until it comes to full pressure, and then the graph will change. So steam is coming out of the valve here, and when there's enough pressure, that pin pops up and locks it so the pressure will stay inside the pot. But this is totally normal. We're waiting for it to come up to pressure, and when that pin pops, then it'll go into the 4-minute cooking mode. There it goes, it's locked in. And pretty soon here, this should switch into cooking mode. So now that it's up to pressure, the timer has gone on, and you can see the graph has changed into cooking mode. It's kind of nice because then you have a little bit better idea of what's going on during the cycle with this LCD display. There you go, it's finished its cycle. So we're going to release the pressure. When I press down on this, it'll lock open, and what it does is it lifts up this knob. Oop. Should have done it from over here. Anyway, this is a weighted safety valve that if too much pressure builds up, it'll pop this up enough to let out the pressure. But on the pressure relief system, this button just happens to push it up enough to release. So you press it down to lock it, you turn it to unlock it. So it's, and that's the unlock. Just keep your hand away from there so you don't get a burn. And that pin drops once all the pressure is released, and it's now safe to open. Top, there will be a lot of steam still, but it won't make any like poof or pop sound. And there is my boiling water. I typically do the sterilize procedure too because it helps keep it really clean.